صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير. وآتينا موسى الكتاب وجعلناه هدى لبني إسرائيل ألا تتخذوا من دوني وكيلا ذرية من حملنا مع نوح إنه كان عبدا شكورا. وقضينا إلى بني إسرائيل في الكتاب لتفسدن في الأرض مرتين ولتعلن علوا كبيرا فإذا جاء وعد أولاهما بعثنا عليكم عبادا لنا أولي بأس شديد فجاسوا خلال الديار وكان وعدا مفعولا. ثم رددنا لكم الكرة عليهم وأمددناكم بأموال وبنين وجعلناكم أكثر نفيرا. إن أحسنتم أحسنتم لأنفسكم وإن أسأتم فلها فإذا جاء وعد الآخرة ليسوءوا وجوهكم وليدخلوا المسجد كما دخلوه أول مرة وليتبروا ما علوا تتبيرا. عسى ربكم أن يرحمكم وإن عدتم عدنا وجعلنا جهنم للكافرين حصيرا. إن هذا القرآن يهدي للتي هي أقوم ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا كبيرا وأن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة أعتدنا لهم عذابا أليما. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. عن جابر بن عبد الله الأنصاري عن فاطمة الزهراء عليها السلام بنت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم أنها قالت: دخل علي أبي رسول الله في بعض الأيام فقال: السلام عليك يا فاطمة. فقلت: سلام. قال: إني أجد في بدني ضعفة. فقلت له: أعيذك بالله يا أبتاه من الضعف. فقال يا فاطمة ائتيني بالكساء اليماني فغطيني به. فأتيته بالكساء اليماني فغطيته به، وصرت أنظر إليه وإذا وجهه يتلألأ كأنه البدر في ليلة تمامه وكماله. فما كانت إلا ساعة وإذا بولدي الحسن قد أقبل وقال السلام عليك يا أمه. فقلت وعليك السلام يا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال يا أماه إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة جدي رسول الله. فقلت نعم إن جدك تحت الكساء. فأقبل الحسن نحو الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا جداه يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أدخل معك تحت الكساء؟ فقال وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا صاحب حوضي قد أذنت لك. فدخل معه تحت الكساء، فما كانت إلا ساعة وإذا بولدي الحسين قد أقبل وقال السلام عليك يا أمه. فقلت عليك السلام يا ولدي ويا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال لي يا أمه إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة جدي رسول الله. فقلت نعم إن جدك وأخاك تحت الكساء. فدنا الحسين نحو الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا جداه، السلام عليك يا من اختاره الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكما تحت الكساء؟ فقال وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا شافع أمتي قد أذنت لك. فدخل معهما تحت الكساء. فأقبل عند ذلك أبو الحسن علي بن أبي طالب وقال السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. فقلت وعليك السلام يا أبا الحسن ويا أمير المؤمنين. فقال يا فاطمة إني أشم عندك رائحة طيبة كأنها رائحة أخي وابن عمي رسول الله. فقلت نعم ها هو مع ولديك تحت الكساء. فأقبل علي نحو الكساء وقال السلام عليك يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ فقال له عليك السلام يا أخي ويا وصي وخليفتي وصاحب لوائي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل علي تحت الكساء. ثم أتيت نحو الكساء وقلت السلام عليك يا أبتاه يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال وعليك السلام يا بنتي ويا بضعتي قد أذنت لك. فدخلت تحت الكساء، فلما اكتملنا جميعا تحت الكساء أخذ أبي رسول الله بطرفي الكساء وأومأ بيده اليمنى إلى السماء وقال اللهم إن هؤلاء أهل بيتي وخاصتي وهامتي، لحمهم لحمي ودمهم دمي، يؤلمني ما يؤلمهم ويحزنني ما يحزنهم. أنا حرب لمن حاربهم وسلم لمن سالمهم وعدو لمن عاداهم ومحب لمن أحبهم. إنهم مني وأنا منهم، فاجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك وغفرانك ورضوانك علي وعليهم، وأذهب عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. فقال الله عز وجل: يا ملائكتي ويا سكان سماواتي، إني ما خلقت سماء مبنية ولا أرضا مدحية ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيئة ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا في محبة هؤلاء الخمسة الذين هم تحت الكساء. فقال الأمين جبرائيل: يا ربي ومن تحت الكساء؟ فقال عز وجل: هم أهل بيت النبوة ومعدن الرسالة، هم فاطمة وأبوها وبعلها وبنوها. فقال جبرائيل: يا ربي أتأذن لي أن أهبط إلى الأرض لأكون معهم سادسا؟ فقال الله: نعم، قد أذنت لك. فهبت الأمين جبرائيل وقال: السلام عليك يا رسول الله. العلي الأعلى يقرئك السلام ويخصك بالتحية والإكرام ويقول لك: وعزتي وجلالي إني ما خلقت سماء مبنية ولا أرضا مدحيا ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيئة ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا لأجلكم ومحبتكم، وقد أذن لي أن أدخل معكم، فهل تأذن لي يا رسول الله؟ فقال رسول الله وعليك السلام: يا أمين وحي الله، إنه نعم قد أذنت لك. فدخل جبرائيل معنا تحت الكساء فقال لأبيه: إن الله قد أوحى إليكم يقول: إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. فقال علي لأبيه: يا رسول الله، أخبرني ما لجلوسنا هذا تحت الكساء من الفضل عند الله. فقال النبي: والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا، ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض، وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا، إلا ونزلت عليهم الرحمة وحفت بهم الملائكة واستغفرت لهم إلى أن يتفرقوا. فقال علي عليه السلام: إذا والله فزنا وفاز شيعتنا ورب الكعبة. فقال أبي: رسول الله يا علي والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني بالرسالة نجيا، ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض، وفيه جمع من شيعتنا ومحبينا، وفيهم مهموم إلا وفرج الله همه، ولا مغموم إلا وكشف الله غمه، ولا طالب حاجة إلا وقضى الله حاجته. فقال علي عليه السلام: إذا والله فزنا وسعدنا. وكذلك شيعتنا فازوا وسعدوا في الدنيا والآخرة ورب الكعبة. سورة المباركة الفاتحة.
Brothers, please come as far forward as possible. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Khatimin nabiyyin. Shafi'il mudhnibeen. Rahmatan lil alameen. Maulana wa sayyidina Abil Qasim Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرض أرواحنا له الفداء وعجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. اللهم صل على ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. Sadaqallahul Aliyul Azim. Respected elders, brothers, sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On the night of 27th of Rajab and the day of 27th of Rajab, usually we are discussing two events. One is the more famous one in our community, which is Mi'raj. Okay, so usually, especially many years ago, we used to always consider this as Shab-e Mi'raj. But the other one, which is also on the calendar, Roze Be'sat or Mab'ath, this is the one that really, in riwayat and ahadith and according to ulama, this is actually the more important one of the two. What is Roze Be'sat? What is Roze Mab'ath? Eid of Mab'ath? And really it is an Eid. The ulama really treat it as an Eid. Ahlul Bayt really treat it as an Eid. It is the day on which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the first verses of the Holy Quran, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, to the Holy Prophet. And he was commanded at that point to now openly declare his prophethood and start to propagate Islam and start calling people openly and properly towards the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is that night. Okay? Whether you look at Mi'raj or whether you look at Mab'ath, both of these are concerning the character and the personality of Rasulullah. Both of them are according to the character and the personality of Rasulullah. Whether you say Mi'raj, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him up and showed him the wondrous signs of the heavens and the earth and the hereafter and all of that he saw, or you take the fact that no, this is Mab'ath and that the first verses of the Quran were revealed to him, however you look at it, both of these concern the wonderful character of our Holy Prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is available to all people at all time. Okay? Allah is there for every single person at all time. Everyone has the opportunity to benefit from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from His mercy, from His sukoon, from His tranquility, from His forgiveness. Whatever you want to say, everyone has the opportunity to benefit and have an experience with Allah. However, depending on an individual's capacity, they will benefit from Allah. Person with a very small amount of capacity will not benefit from Allah. Or we will benefit from Him very little. One who has, for example, in his lifetime no capacity, well, he's already benefited in one way that he was created. Other than that, he may not benefit from Allah. So the more capacity you have, the more benefit you can derive from Allah. Okay? The person who derived the maximum experience, benefit, knowledge, mercy from Allah was the one with the largest capacity. That was Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Whether you say Mi'raj or you say Mab'ath, whether you say he was a prophet, whether you say he was Khatamul Anbiya, Khatamul Nabiyyin, whatever you say, the Holy Prophet benefited from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the most and had the most special encounters with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hence, when we ever want to get closer to Allah, whenever we want to further ourselves in spirituality, there is no other option but to take hold of Rasulullah. There is no other option. There is no other option but to go through Ahlul Bayt. There is no other option. Because our capacities are very small. What we can understand from God and benefit from God is very little. Directly, however, when we have an intermediary who can help us along the way, then that is the best of all of the options. It is from the Holy Prophet. Look at the amount of capacity which the Holy Prophet had. It is from the Holy Prophet that we read things like, he says himself, أَوَّلُ مَا خَلَقَ اللَّهُ نُورِي. The very first thing that Allah created was my light, my nur. ثُمَّ خَلَقَ مِنْهُ كُلَّ خَيْرٍ. And then from my nur, he created every single goodness that you see in this world. Everything good in this world comes from my nur. My nur was that intermediary. Allah first creates my nur. From then, everything else he created from my nur. In another narration, even more ajib than this, even more spectacular than this, we read the following. We say, the Ma'sumin have said, وَلَكِنْ خَلَقَنَا اللَّهُ نَحْنُ حَيْثُ لَا سَمَاءَ مَبْنِيًّا. Allah created us at a time when there was nothing else created. We were the first of creation. Allah created us at a time. There was no sky, there was no earth, there was nothing. He created, the first thing he created was the nur of the Holy Prophet. ثُمَّ فَتَقَ نُورَهُ. Then he opened the nur of the Holy Prophet. From the nur of the Holy Prophet, what did Allah create? He created the arsh. Arsh comes from the nur of Rasulullah. Therefore, Rasulullah says, therefore I am more superior than the arsh. Then the Holy Prophet continues. He said, then Allah created the nur of Amirul Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli. He opened the nur of Imam Ali alayhi salam, and from that he created all of the angels. So the nur of the angels and the creation of the angels is from the nur of Amirul Mu'mineen, and the nur of Amirul Mu'mineen is from the nur of Allah, and the nur of Amirul Mu'mineen is superior than the angels. Then he split open the nur of my daughter Fatima, and from that he created the heavens and the earth. The heavens and the earth, their nur is from the nur of my daughter Fatima, and the nur of my daughter Fatima is from the nur of Allah, and therefore it is higher than and more superior than the heavens and the earth. Then he took the nur of my beloved Hassan, and he split open the nur of my beloved Hassan. From that he created the sun and the moon. So the nur of the sun and the moon is from the nur of Hassan. His nur is from the nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is superior than the sun and the moon. Then he took the nur of Aba Abdullah, my beloved Hussein. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. From that he created the nur. From the nur of Hussein he created heaven and the inhabitants of heaven, the hurs and everything. فَنُورُ الْجَنَّةِ وَالْحُورُ الْعِينِ مِن نُورِ الْحُسَيْنِ. The nur of heaven and the nur of the hurs in heaven are from the nur of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. His nur is from the nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what we are talking about. This is the Holy Prophet. This is the maqam of the Holy Prophet. When we think about things like Mab'ath and Mi'raj, we cannot think of it without looking at the aspect of the lofty status of Rasulullah. Not only that, we have many, many more ahadith like this. For example, we hear from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, who says, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ba'atha nabiyahu wa huwa ruh in the world before this world, in alam-e arwah, whilst the Holy Prophet was still in spiritual form, ba'atha nabiyahu wa huwa ruh. He raised the Prophet even in that world, to whom? Ilal anbiya wa hum arwah. To the other prophets, and they were still in spiritual form. So we're talking about before this world. Then what did the Holy Prophet do? The Holy Prophet, da'ahum ila tawheedillah. He taught them the tawheed of Allah. He taught them the ita'at of Allah, the obedience of Allah. So the prophets are all also indebted to Rasulullah. What about the angels? We have another hadith. فَسَبَّحْنَا. We praised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that realm. فَسَبَّحَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةِ بِتَسْبِيحِنَا. The malaika, the angels, also praised Allah after learning our tasbih of Allah. They said La ilaha illallah after hearing us say La ilaha illallah. Prophet and his family, the Holy Prophet, is the teacher of all of these different things. All of the Anbiya are indebted to Rasulullah. Angels are indebted to Rasulullah. This whole kainat, every zarra, every atom that you see is indebted to Rasulullah. He has such a position. This is why we are taught in our du'as to recite the following. Allahumma inni amantu bi Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa Muhammad. Oh Allah, I have brought faith. I believe in the Holy Prophet. Walam arahu, but I've never seen him. Allahumma la tahrimni yawm al-qiyamati ru'yatahu. Oh Allah, I understand how important this Holy Prophet is. Oh Allah, I ask you, on the Day of Judgment, do not deprive me of the ziyarat of Rasulullah. Wala tahrimni suhbatahu. Don't deprive me of the company of Rasulullah. I need him in this world, I need him more in the hereafter. Don't deprive me of the company of Rasulullah. وَتَوَفَّنِي عَلَى مِلَّتِهِ. Make me die whilst I'm still one of his community. Give me a good end. Akibat bakhair. Give me a good end. Don't allow me to leave this world while my iman is not yet strong or shaky or na'udhu billah away from Islam. Tawaffani ala millatihi. Make me die according to, on his community. Wasqini min hawdihi. Oh Allah, on the Day of Judgment, allow me to drink from the fountain of Kawthar, which is going to be his fountain. Min yadi Ali ibn Abi Talib. From the hands, the Mubarak hands of Amirul Mu'mineen. Oh Allah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Oh Allah, this is how important these personalities are to us. This is their power, this is their position. Therefore, what are we doing tonight? Why do we gather? Why do we gather in this mosque? Why do we come to the majalis? We come, brothers, Azizan, we come to get a share of what is being distributed tonight. If you can grasp this point, we come to get a share of what is being given. When you come here, when you sit on this farsh-e-aza or whatever you want to call it, when you come into the Imam Bara on such a great night, in honor of such a great personality, whether it's Rasulullah or one of the Aimma or Janab Fatima, when you come here, what are we doing? We're getting a share of this great night. What do we say on this night? We say the following. If you look at the different supplications that are there for tonight, there is this supplication. Allahumma inni as'aluka bittajallil a'zam. Oh Allah, I beseech you by the grandest manifestation. Bittajallil a'zam. Oh Allah, you have revealed something tonight. Something is happening tonight. Something happened in history tonight, the spirituality of which is still continuing. Oh Allah, give me a share of this. Answer my du'as because of this. Forgive my sins because of this. Answer my hajat because of this. Help my family because of this. Oh Allah, I'm suffering. With the greatness of your Prophet in mind, with the greatness of that first revelation in mind, Oh Allah, I ask you bitajallil a'adham, with this grand manifestation, give me a share of what is being distributed tonight. Yesterday, wafat of Hazrat Abu Talib, give me a share of the greatness that you hold for Hazrat Abu Talib. The one previous, Imam Musa Kazim, give me a share of the greatness and the blessings that you have in store for Imam Musa Kazim. Before that, Amirul Mu'minin, before that, Janabe Zainab, before that, whatever. All of these things are for what? Why do we come here? Give me a share of what is being distributed. Allow me to be included in this grand manifestation that is happening on this night. Allah trains the Holy Prophet. Allah takes care of the Holy Prophet. Allah has nurtured the Holy Prophet. Rasulullah himself says, Addabani Rabbi arba'ina sana. My Lord trained me, nurtured me for 40 years. What kind of class was this? What course was this? The teacher is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The student is Rasulullah. The message is the Holy Quran. After 40 years, what does he say? Innaka la'ala khuluqin azim. Now you are at a grand station. My Lord trained me. There was a special class for me. This is how my capacity increased. This is how I was able to benefit from my Lord. You have to go through some training. You have to go through some effort. The teacher is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The knowledge is more than the arsh. Based on the first hadith which I read, the knowledge of Rasulullah is more than the knowledge of the arsh. If the arsh is from the light of Rasulullah, wa ana afdalu min al-arsh, and he says that I am even superior to the arsh, then his knowledge is more than the arsh. What is the arsh? The arsh represents basically all of existence, all of the different manifestations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah is saying that I am more knowledgeable than the arsh. I am more superior than the arsh. And what are we? Why can't we benefit from this? Why can't we do this? Quran tells us very simply, وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّنَ الْإِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. You people, me as well, we, you normal people, non-Ahlul Bayt, you have been given of knowledge but a little. We need the Holy Prophet. We need him to take us with him in this journey. So on this day of Mab'ath, or the night of Mab'ath, Allah reveals to his beloved messenger, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. The first verses of the Holy Quran, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. In this one sentence, even half of it, Iqra bismi rabbik. What are we being told here? Look at the depth of the Quran. Iqra bismi rabbik. First thing is Iqra. Learn, read, study, knowledge. Knowledge is very important. The very first thing in the Quran to be revealed is regarding knowledge. Knowledge is very important. But what kind of knowledge? Any old knowledge? Believe me, there are people out there with knowledge. You know, they will not guide you on the right way. You'll be misguided actually. But they have knowledge, no doubt. They have data. But what kind of knowledge? Bismi rabbik. Something under your Lord's nurturing and training. The knowledge has to be under the Lord's nurturing and training. From the very outset, Rasulullah is told that you are to learn, we are going to teach you, but we are also going to nurture you. In turn, what happens? In turn, what happens? هُوَ الَّذِي بَعَثَ فِي الْأُمِّيِّينَ رَسُولًا مِّنْهُمْ يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِهِ. He teaches the people, وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ. And he purifies, he nurtures. Teaching and nurturing. His mission, Allah gives to him, Iqra bismi rabbik. He then gives to people, وَيُعَلِّمُكُمْ وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ. He teaches them and he purifies them. What is Allah doing? Allah is using a wasata, Allah is using an intermediary. Allah is channeling his grace through the Holy Prophet. I'm going to reveal to you. You then go and teach the people and purify them. Let's have a salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Our lives should mirror as much as possible the life of the Holy Prophet. How was he? What was his characteristics? What was his akhlaq? What was his mission of life? The way he approached life? We should mirror him as much as possible. Let it not be, Azizan, let it not be that despite knowing all of this, there will be some people on the Day of Judgment, what will they say? يَوْمَ يَعُذُّ الظَّالِمُ وَيَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِ اتَّخَذْتُ مَعَ الرَّسُولِ سَبِيلًا. Oh Allah, I'm here on the Day of Judgment, my life is finished, I don't have any more chance now to do anything different. The only thing I can now say is, if only I had taken more attention and paid more attention and not left the Holy Prophet. But I missed my chance. Let us not be in that category. Allah is saying, you want an experience with me. You want me in your life. You want me to bless you, to help you. You feel miserable. Your family life is terrible. Your working life is terrible. You have so many issues. You have illnesses. You have issues all around you. You need some support. You run every single place for support. Nothing really satisfies you. You need me. I'm ready to come into your life. Bitajallil a'adham, I'm ready to come into your life. In the grandest way possible, I'm ready to come into your life. But I need you to take a few steps. What are these steps? First and foremost, because it's the night of Ma'bath, let's concentrate on one thing and one thing only, which is Tajalliyul A'zam of this night is in the Holy Quran itself. Where is this Tajalliyul A'zam, this grand manifestation of God? It is in the form of the revelation of the Holy Quran. When you get hold of the Holy Quran, we are told, look at the Holy Quran, memorize the Holy Quran, recite the Holy Quran, teach the Holy Quran, learn from the Holy Quran, carry the Holy Quran, hold the Holy Quran, think about the Holy Quran. Whatever small amount you can do with the Holy Quran, you are inviting Allah into your life. Allah will manifest in your life. Even looking at the Holy Quran. You know, there are 4 things mentioned. That to look at them is ibadat. One is an-nadharu ila al-Kaaba. Looking at the Holy Kaaba. You go to Makkah, you can't be bothered to do anything else. Just sit and look at the Kaaba, it's ibadat. An-nadharu ila al-Kaaba. Another thing. An-nadharu ila al-walidain bi-ra'fatin wa rahmatin. With a look of kindness and mercy when you look at your parents. Some of us, we don't have our parents anymore. Those of you who have your parents, you're very lucky. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is opening the doors of His mercy for you just to look at your parents with kindness and with mercy. An-nadharu ila al-walidaini bi ra'fatin wa rahma. With kindness and mercy to look at the parents is ibadat. An-nadharu ila al-mushaf. Just to look at the Quran, even if you're not going to read it, just to look at the words of the Rabbul Alameen in front of you is ibadat. وَالنَّذَرُ إِلَى وَجْهِ عَلِيِّ ibn Abi Talib. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. And looking at Amirul Mu'mineen. These are all ibadat. So the Holy Prophet is asking us, can you bring yourself a little bit higher from your mundane kind of life? This rat race which you're so busy in, which is so unfulfilling for you. Can you raise yourself a little bit and come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Can you make a firm intention and resolve to change your life, to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Can you put aside your whims and desires like I did? The Holy Prophet is saying to us. Can you put aside your whims and desires? Can you put your own nafs aside? Can you stop getting into such useless, silly debates and polemics within religion? You know, religion is taking our time in the wrong way sometimes. We get so consumed and waste our time with silly discussions and polemics. It wastes our time. Can you leave that aside and just embrace true Islam as taught by Ahlul Bayt? Alam ya'ni lilladhina amanu an takhsha'a qulubuhum li dhikrillah. You know, Allah sometimes, we don't want to give Him human characteristics, but sometimes I feel He laments. This is a lamenting ayat. Is it not time for those who believe to humble themselves in front of the remembrance of Allah? Can we not do that? Can you not do that? The Holy Prophet is asking us. If you do, then what? I will help you, the Holy Prophet is saying. I will help you. Don't worry. Harisun alaykum, azizun alayhi ma anittum. He's caring for you, Quran says. The Holy Prophet, this Prophet of ours, he cares for you. It bothers you it bothers him when you get hurt. Don't think that you just get hurt like that. Ajib o gharib, kamar shikan riwayat, I want to tell you. One of the ashab of Amirul Mu'mineen, he becomes ill. He becomes ill. He's at home, he's resting, he's got a fever. When the day of Friday comes along, a little bit, he feels a bit of relief in his body. He feels a little bit better. He says, Aje Jumo che, this is Juma today, let me go see my Mawla, benefit from his words. I listen to his khutbah, I'm feeling a bit better. He goes, he sits in the Juma. Amirul Mu'mineen is leading the prayer. All of a sudden, midway through the khutbah, again his fever returns. Now what does he do? He says, you know what, I'm here now, I'm just going to battle through it. So he begins to shiver and shake and he's uneasy and all of these things. But he says, you know what, I'm going to sit here and listen. He sits there, he listens, he prays the namaz. Afterwards, he's leaving the mosque. Amirul Mu'mineen is also leaving the mosque. Amirul Mu'mineen asks him, I see you're not feeling well. These are your symptoms. You're feeling this, you're feeling this. He said, Ya Amirul Mu'mineen, how do you know this? I didn't tell you. Amirul Mu'mineen says, do you know what? None of our Shias falls ill except we also feel his illness. None of our Shias. I will help you. Rasulullah is telling us, I will help you. Why are you worried? You just need to do a little bit. Just stand up for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make an intention, make a niyat that yes, I'm going to change. Help me, Ya Rasulullah. Help me, O Amirul Mu'mineen. Why? Because I'm your father. Ana wa Ali abawa hadhihi al-ummah. Me and Ali, Rasulullah says, me and Ali, Amirul Mu'mineen, we are the fathers of this nation. I'm not going to leave you alone. You expect your own father, your biological father, who will ever leave you? Well, I'm 1,000,000 times more than him merciful towards you. I'm 1,000,000 times more than him bothered about you. Because he is the interceder in the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He wants the grace of Allah to reach us. So when we want to benefit from Rasulullah, this is the best night. Honestly, night of Mab'ath is the best night. From that Tajalliyul A'zam, from that grand manifestation which is available tonight. Let's have one salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. When the revelation happened, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, Jibreel brought the revelation. Rasulullah receives the revelation. Amirul Mu'mineen says, I heard Jibreel and I heard the revelation. Rasulullah turns to Imam Amirul Mu'mineen and says, Ya Ali, innaka tasma ma asma. You hear everything I hear. Wa tara ma ara. And you see everything I see. Walakinnaka lasta binabiyyin. Except that you are not a prophet. Amirul Mu'mineen and the Holy Prophet, Abawa hadhil ummah, are the two fathers of this nation. In order to connect with these, and in order to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ziyarat of Ahlul Bayt, connection with Ahlul Bayt, and connection with the Holy Quran. Azizan, every day, if you are not opening the Holy Quran on a daily basis, then you are falling short. If you are not opening the Holy Quran on a daily basis, you are falling short. The recommendation is 50 verses a day. It doesn't take long. If not 50, then 10 verses. Who can't recite 10 verses, honestly? Please don't look for a shortcut and say, well, in namaz I recite Surah Al-Hamd and Surah Qul, so that's 10 already. No. We mean 10 actually opening the Quran and reading on a daily basis as you progress through the Holy Quran. Minimum 10. Someone who does this, hadith says, you know what? Lam yuktab min al-ghafilin. That person who recites at least 10 verses a day will not be written amongst those who forget Allah. He'll be regarded as one of those who remember Allah. 10 minutes a day. Now some people say, and this is one of the diseases of our current time. This is one of the bimaris of our current time. Some people say, "Ha, pan time nathi." Barabar chane, koi paase time nathi, mashallah. We don't have time to recite the Holy Quran. We're talking 10 minutes, 5 minutes for 10 verses. But anyway, let's look at this issue of time. If you want barakat in your time, okay? Some people say, we've got too much bhagdor, too much running around, too much matakuti, too much disturbance and things going on in our life. We don't have time for these things. Let me tell you the biggest blunder we have made in this, right? You don't have time for these things because you don't do these things. If you did these things, you would have more time. I don't know if that makes sense. You don't have time for these things because you don't do them. If you did them, you'll find all of a sudden your time has a lot of barakat. It's not that you have to wait for a spare 5 minutes and then do it. You do it and then you will get a spare 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in a day. What work used to take you to earn your daily living, used to take you 10 hours, will then take you 5 hours. What barakat you found in your day, what little barakat you found in your day will now be expanded. The amount of barakat that you'll get from ibadat, you will not believe. But you have to start. And one of the things to help in increasing barakat is tasbih of Fatimatu Zahra. Salamullahi alayha. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. I'm challenging you. Take my challenge. Start reciting tasbih of Bibi Fatima. After namaz, brilliant. Outside of namaz as well. Anytime, in the car, as you're walking, as you're working, as you're sitting, as you're doing anything, as you're traveling, recite this tasbih. The normal tasbih, 34, 33, 33. That normal tasbih, which doesn't even take 3 minutes probably, see how it opens your barakat in life, especially in time. One of the most emphasized times to recite this tasbih, apart from the namaz one we do, is before sleeping. Before sleeping. Tasbih of Bibi Fatima before sleeping. You'll see the barakat in your life, how the life expands in barakat. Many people ask, Shaykh, we hear that Imam Sajjad alayhi salam used to recite 1,000 rakats, and this Fulan Alim used to recite 4, 5 siparas a day, and this one used to recite 15 siparas a day. Imam Khomeini, for example. Imam Khomeini, on a normal day, imagine what he was, over 70 years old, leader of a country, leader of the revolution, faqih, giving dars, giving his own research, doing his own research, answering all those questions, running the country. On a bad day, he would recite 3 siparas. On a bad day. On a normal day, good day, 6 to 7 siparas. How is it possible, Shaykh? Nathai. And then they start doing, hisab kitab. Or one sipara takes this long, and then he would have to do this, and then it would take this many hours. Imam Sajjad alayhi salam recited this many rakats, 1,000 rakats. Ek rakat no atla hisab, atla second, atla minute. Nathai, Shaykh. You don't understand. I'm sorry. It doesn't work with this hisab kitab like this. This is a different hisab kitab. This is when you'll find your 24 hours will feel like 36 hours. Have you not seen how some people, they're so barakati in their time. And some people, they have nothing to do, but they can't do anything in their life. They've got no barakat in time. You want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your life. You want barakat of Allah in your life. You want Him to heal you. You want Him in your mind. You want Him in your heart. Your heart is grieving. You feel sad. You feel down. Bring Him into your life. Recite the Holy Quran. In Hadith Qudsi, He says, Akumu maqama aklihi. Someone who brings me into their life, I will occupy his thoughts and his mind. So when he takes a decision, it won't be his decision, it'll be my decision. When he feels hurt in his heart, he won't have to go to any therapist, he'll just have to call on me and I will heal his pain. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah on this great night, بِتَجَلِّ الْأَعْظَمِ, with this great grand manifestation, with the haqq of Amirul Mu'mineen, with the haqq of Rasulullah, with the haqq of Quran, O Allah, hear our du'as, answer our hajat. Azizan, 4 very important things before I finish. For tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow there is ghusl, mustahab, roza, keeping a fast. This roza has been described as being better than 70 years of fasting. Tomorrow's one fast. Ziyarat of Amirul Mu'mineen. It's surprising, isn't it? It's the day of the Prophet, but we remember Amirul Mu'mineen. Because ana wa ali min nurin wahid. We are from the same nur. So we remember Amirul Mu'mineen, and one of the biggest things is salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Inshallah, we pray for each other, pray for our health, pray for our brothers and sisters in Palestine, for all the Mazlumeen throughout the world. We pray to Allah to remove the zulm of the Zalimeen from this world, to hasten the appearance of our 12th Imam, to help our community, to keep us all in the du'as of Ahlul Bayt, inshallah. رَبَّنَا تَقَبِّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. For the quick zuhur of Imam Zaman, let's have 3 loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. First and foremost, Mi'raj Mubarak to you all. Thank you, Shaykh, for such a beautiful lecture. Inshallah, today, Wednesday, 7th of February 2024, eve of 27th of Rajab 1445. The announcements are as follows. You are requested to, inshallah, keep your mobile phones on silent during the remainder of the program. Thursday, 8th of February, Jumeirah will start at 8 p.m. Tomorrow's program is Imam Hussein's departure from Medina to Karbala. The program will start with Surah Yasin and Majlis by Shaykh Abbas Ismail. The Hujjat Ladies Committee invites you all of our ladies, to celebrate the Wiladat of Rajab and Sha'ban. This will be on Saturday, the 17th of February, within the Hujjat ELC. The program will start at 4:45 p.m. For further details, please visit the Hujjat website. The Ladies Yard team presents Jashn-e-Zahra on Saturday, the 2nd of March. Program will start at 5 p.m. and end with Niyaz. For further details, please also visit the Hujjat website. The KSIMC of London and the SBS present Hujjat Business Showcase. This is the 3rd time running. On Saturday, the 23rd of March, limited stalls are still available. To book, please visit the Hujjat website. AI, a threat or an opportunity? Join us as we delve into the transformative power of artificial intelligence and its profound implications for our future. This will be taking place on Friday, the 23rd of February at 8 p.m. here at the Hujjat Center, Stanmore. For further details, please visit the Hujjat website. The Hujjat membership subscription for the year 2024 is now due. You can either pay online or at the Treasurer's desk. Finally, boys over the age of 14 who wish to recite du'as during the month of Ramadan, kindly email recite@hujjat.org. Boys under the age of 14, please kindly refer to the annex team. For girls aged 5 to 14, you are requested to email ydd@hujjat.org for auditions of the 3 short du'as or du'a al-iftitah. Finally, you are kindly requested to donate generously towards Hujjat Stanmore's refurbishment at the Treasurer's desk or online at www.hujjat.org. Please join me in reciting Amma Yujibu together 5 times for the following people: Muhammad Rafiq Sumar, all those who are unwell, and all those who are going through difficulty currently in the world. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Amma yujibu al-mudtarra idha da'ahu wa yakshifu as-su'. أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. Could we please invite Brother Asif Barpia for Qasida with the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma.
برائے خوشنودی آقا و مولا محمد مصطفیٰ بلند تر صلوات اللہم صلی یا محمد یا محمد ایسی عزت آپ نے پائی کہ بس یا محمد ایسی عزت آپ نے پائی کہ بس یا محمد کی شب اسرا خدا نے وہ پذیرائی کہ بس یا محمد ایک پل میں مصطفیٰ کو عرش پر بلوا لیا ایک پل میں مصطفیٰ کو عرش پر بلوا لیا اپنے بندے کی خدا کو ایسی یاد آئی کہ بس گنتے گنتے تھک گئی تاروں کی نازک انگلیاں گنتے گنتے تھک گئی تاروں کی نازک انگلیاں مصطفیٰ کے ہے زمین پر اتنے شیدائی کہ بس یا محمد میں نے جلتی دھوپ میں جب چھیر دی نعت رسول رحمتوں کی ہر طرف سے ایسی گھٹا چھائی کہ بس یا محمد دیکھ ابھی وقت ہے دامن نبی کا تھام لے دیکھ ابھی وقت ہے دامن کل محشر میں ہوگی ایسی رسوائی کہ بس یا محمد. اس شعر پہ خاص طور. اور ایک دن میں لکھنے بیٹھا تھا شب ہجرت کا حال, کیا کہوں یارو مجھے بھی ایسی نیند آئی کہ بس یا محمد. مشکلوں میں ہر گری نادے علی سے کام لو, یہ دعا تو روز روز خیبر ایسی کام آئی کہ بس ان فرشتوں نے ابھی پوچھا ہی کیا تھا اے سروش, دفعتاً میرے سرہانے سے صدا آئی کہ بس یا محمد. ایسے عزت آپ نے پائی کہ بس یا محمد. افضل السلام محمد و آل محمد. I think the jashan is not complete until we do Zikr Ali. تو علی کی کرتا ہے ہم سری, تو علی کی کرتا ہے ہم سری, یہ تیرے ضمیر کی بھول ہے, تجھ میں علی کی ولا نہیں, تجھ میں علی کی ولا نہیں, تیری بندگی بھی فضول ہے, تو علی کی کرتا ہے ہم سری. یہ جو کر رہا ہے تو سختیاں میرے پیار کا ہے یہ امتحان, تجھے تخت پر بھی سکون نہیں, مجھے دار پر بھی ملی امان, میں عدو کو کیوں نہ عدو کہوں, میری زندگی کا اصول ہے, میں مروں تو لب پہ ہو یا علی, مجھے ثمر نہ قبول ہے، تو علی کی کرتا ہے ہم سری، وہ علی جمال انما، وہ علی جو حاصل کل کفا، اسے کیا کہوں تو خود بتا، چلو تجھ پہ چھوڑائے فیصلہ، جسے حق نے بخشا ہے مرتبہ، جسے حق نے بخشا ہے مرتبہ، جو ازل سے شوہر بطول ہے، رہ جاگتا تو امام ہے، کبھی سو گیا تو رسول ہے، تو علی کی کرتا ہے ہم سری، محمد وعلی محمد صلوات. Please rise for ziyarah. السلام علیکم یا سیدی و یا مولا یا رسول اللہ ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. السلام علیکم یا مولانا یا امیر المؤمنین. السلام علیکم یا مولاتی فاطمۃ الزہراء سیدۃ نساء العالمین. السلام علیکم یا مولانا یا حسن المجتبیٰ صلی اللہ علیکم یا ابا عبداللہ صلی اللہ علیکم یا ابن رسول اللہ. السلام علی الحسین وعلی علی ابن الحسین وعلی اولاد الحسین وعلی اصحاب الحسین جميعا ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. السلام علیکم یا ائمۃ المسلمین من ذریۃ الحسین علی ابن الحسین ومحمد ابن علی وجعفر ابن محمد وموسى ابن جعفر وعلي ابن موسى ومحمد ابن علي وعلي ابن محمد والحسن ابن علي والحجة ابن الحسن القائم المهدي عجل الله فرجك وسحر الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة دليل وأين حتى ودليل وأين حتى تسكنه الزكاة وتمتعه يهاته برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. صلوات.
Brothers are requested to please be seated so that chai can be served. Please be seated so chai can be served. Ahsant. Brothers, the volunteers are refusing to serve tea till we are all seated. Please be seated so tea can be served. Ahsant.